Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It is time to put the kids away. It's time to play CSL After Dark. Welcome to it, everybody. We got Ben Francis taking on Derek Moore. Oh, I guess I could get rid of the CSL After Dark logo. What's going on, Pete Robertson? How are you, my good man? Tuning in, of course, from, I'm assuming, the very warm Adelaide, Australia. Thanks for tuning in again. Little bit of action. They are playing for 100 jelly beans. Race to 9. 10 ball is the game. What's going on, Mr. Chris Martin? How are you? My name, of course, is Grant. I am sitting beside Casper, the ghost. I will be manning the mic all by my lonesome because my counterpart happens to be playing. What's going on, Laura? How are you? A bit fuzzy. Oh, it's probably the autofocus. That'll correct itself out. Hey, you know it, Kenneth. We will do anything and everything we can to assist in breaking up the boredom of the pandemic. Alberta was just shut down last week, I think. Going back to stage 1. What's going on, Mr. Wilson, our typical pin master? Although without traveling around, there's really not a lot to be pinning. Not these days. Lake Havasu, Arizona. I would assume it's fairly warm down there as well, Chris. Absolutely, Laura. You'll have to sign in for second session of the CSL IPL. Starts May 3rd, a few short weeks from now. We're wrapping up final week for Divisions 2 and 3. This is week 15, so I've been somewhat proactive in posting out some of the final matches. What is Derek's Fargo? 666. It is the devil himself. What's going on, Todd? How are you? What's going on, Mr. Plowman? It's a good thing this show is called CSL After Dark. Tried to go in both sides. Got a little fortunate on both. You'll find if you are new to Q Sports Live, at least for the After Dark sessions, you'll find it's a touch different than what you are normally acclimated to with CSL. I don't do a lot of play-by-play because these boys can hear every word that comes out of my mouth. Ben says Derek takes it a little better than Larry does. I've been known to razz a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Only a little.
Those rotation games are good for the focus, let me tell you.
It is cool to mild conditions here. Now define your definition of cool to mild, because we probably have a vastly different idea of what that means, being I'm from Canada in the Great White North. Brazil in the house. How are you, Marcelo? CSL After Dark in the basement, indeed. Oh, very nice, Laura. Very good. You can always play both. You can play in your league and our league. I think you'll have more fun in ours. I only razz every now and again. Woo, swish. Use the whole pocket. That might be a big 9-ball. Airtime, perhaps. Airtime it is. With, of course, the beautiful IQ. Great jump cue. Normally. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Genius. Genius safety right there. Of course, if Ben was a real player, he'd 3-rail kick that 8-ball.
What about just 2-railing here? That's
2-rail kick in the bottom right corner. I like it.
just play 2.
What's going on, Dave? Tuning in from Colorado. Welcome to it. Once you're healed, you will. Sounds good. Sorry if you guys can hear the cord. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. The cord kind of rubs. I've got my headset on, but it's rubbing on the collar to my jacket. It's a little bit cool here in the basement. I've got 2 heaters on, but it doesn't seem to be doing too much. Both Derek and I have our jackets on. We're freezing. Of course. Yeah, and Ben's running around the table in a t-shirt. We're always cold. Derek jumps like he plays golf. That was Kevin, not me. Plowman. What's going on, Bob? Tuning in from Hawaii. Wow, we're all over the map tonight. We've got Adelaide, Australia. I'm assuming lots from the southern side of North America. Lots in Canada. Hawaii's in the house. We are all over the place today. It's good. We got Brazil tuned in. Geez, you guys are going to be famous. I got people watching you from all over the world. I do, Thomas. I'm always cold. No cord noise. Good. Glad to hear. What's in the middle? They are playing for 100 jelly beans. This is, so y'all know, we were a little bit late, or I was late. I had to do some league updates and so on and so forth and registrations. So I was previously occupied, but they've played 2 sets already. I believe they were for 50 apiece. Ben fluked and got lucky and won both of those. Yeah. So I think they backed it and jacked it. They're playing for a honey here now. Score update. Oh yeah. I guess I could do that. I suppose. I mean, I didn't know everybody wanted me to keep track of score, but I guess I could. Is that Ben Francis 2-0 or Derek Moore 2-0? Derek Moore 2-0. What the heck? Hopefully my golf comment didn't throw Derek off. I hope it did. He's up 2-0. Concordia, Kansas tuning in. Thanks, Mark. And I gotta say, guys, for those that know with Jam Up Apparel, if you have not gone onto their Facebook page and liked Jam Up Apparel, I will say this: make sure you go do that. We have some pretty awesome news. We'll be releasing hopefully within the next week or so, but some pretty awesome news coming from Jam Up Apparel. Does he take it off the 3-ball? Ooh, plays it straight. I thought he was going to go off the 3. No. He played chicken.
No, thanks. Yeah, chicken.
He played chicken. He has to. He's down 2-0, so he plays chicken. What's going on, Patrick? Jam Up is jamming. I'll tell you, The news is some pretty big news. So close to perfect if that 3 wasn't there.
Well, no.
What's going on, Jonathan? How are you, Emily? Maura and Alex are confirmed. World Cup of Pool for sure. I like to talk smack every once in a while. For sure you do, Kevin. I would expect nothing less. Yeah, CSL, Kevin. Ever since we did the CSL IPL, we were kind of quiet prior to that. And you should know by now, if CSL goes dark and we're quiet, there's a reason. We got things in the works. We're planning, doing all of that. But we did start the CSL IPL, and I gotta say, it's been awesome. It's been a really, really good time. It flew by. 15 weeks went by real quick. We're in the last week, this week. But it's been a lot of fun. For those that want to know, I'll put up a poster for all the different divisions that we got going on now. We are all friends, Kevin. Just some better than other. Wink, wink, double nudge. Look at this Ben fella. He's taking this stuff seriously.
Nothing.
I guess Ben wasn't available, so they stuck Alex on the team. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Ben's got himself on the board. All right, guys, so here is the poster for the upcoming CSL IPL. Everything starts May 3rd, including the juniors, most importantly. Juniors division, those guys will play for free. Juniors do not have to pay to play. So if you do have a junior that you want to get in, you can go to the CSL IPL website, get them registered. And of course, all the other divisions, Division 4, 3, 2, 1, semi-pro, pro. If you have a heartbeat and a table or access to a table anywhere around the world, you can play in the league. What is Ben hitting with? A Jacoby Black with a Dale Perry, but I believe. Patrick's. Ben, Patrick is saying that he might see your buddy Steve this weekend. Not sure. Yeah, which Steve, Patrick? Shooting like that, he's going to have to give me a 10-6 in one pocket. I'm sure Ben's game.
Todd's still giving me 10-6, eh?
Todd's still giving him 10-6.
Take
Steve Lenz.
Oh, Texas Steve.
Texas Steve. Where can we qualify if we don't have a home table? Anybody that you know that has a home table, Kevin? There's divisions for 7 foot or 8 plus. So that would be inclusive of 8 foot and 9 foot tables. So if you can go play consistently at somebody's house that has a home table. I happen to know a fellow by the name of Norm Doucette. As you can tell, I have a table in my home basement. I'm pretty sure Mick would be willing to allow players to play there. Are you going to Vegas for VNEA, Rick? We were so hoping to. With the state of how things are right now, if we leave the country and then try to come back, we've got a quarantine for I think 3 days, 3 or 4 days in a hotel. That's all paid for by you, and then you've got a quarantine for I think 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So it's just not feasible for us to go. I wish we would be able to because it's going to be a blast. They are still counting this VNEA for this year as kind of their 40th anniversary, so it's going to be a party without a doubt, and we'd love to be there, but it just doesn't, just won't play out that way. It's not in the cards. Jonathan's asking, where is this? We're located Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Jonathan. This is out of my basement. It's affectionately called CSL After Dark. Prior to the pandemic and the shutdown, we were traveling all over Canada and the US, doing things such as the VNEA, ACS in Vegas, everything from amateur to pro events. And ever since the pandemic, we've not really been traveling, doing much. We started the CSL IPL, which is a worldwide ghost league. If you have a table at home, you can play. But for right here, right now, it's CSL After Dark in my basement. Mark Map Attack's table, yeah. Although I heard he may not have access to that table anymore. So, yeah, Bryce says my basement, yeah. Depends on the table size. Kelly Lydiard has a table. Mark V, his table I think is now done. So lots of tables if you do want to play in Calgary. Once you've entered, you can never leave the basement. And I am looking at getting this table reclothed here, hopefully fairly quickly. Ben is on a tear. Is that tie ball game 2-2? 3-2. 3-2. Man, you guys are playing too fast. 3-2 in favor of Mr. Francis. Richard, they figure a way to get rated 3 ghost. Not sure what you mean there, Richard. Three-time VNEA world champ. I think it's 4, Kevin. Isn't Barry's team, your team, Vegas 4-time?
No, 3.
Is it 3? Okay, I'm wrong. Ben is in the zone. I know, y'all know by now. I fall asleep on the whole scorekeeping thing. What cloth am I going to put on? I'm going to put on Simonis HR. It's 60 in tournament blue, I might add. So what I'm hearing between the lines is that COVID is a conspiracy convicted by some of the other VNEA teams. Yeah, right? Keep the Canadians away. That was Patrick Neal. What's going on, Tom? Thanks for tuning in from Ohio. Yes, John. One day, when Q Sports Live is traveling again, you, sir, just come up to Ben Francis and say, hey, I watch you on Q Sports Live. I'd like to play you. He'll accommodate. Have they figured A way to get Fargo rated through playing the Ghost League. Not yet. That's the short answer. We're working on it. And to be quite honest, there's this gets into a long discussion. However, I'll try my best to keep this short. Fargo rate in principle is based on live play. It is not. It doesn't have the algorithms and the mathematical equations to figure out how to do that and make it applicable to the Ghost, and then apply that to a live Fargo rate. So what you'll see with the Q Sports Live International Pool League, and I'll just flash this up again really quick because I know y'all want to watch these guys shoot. I'll wait till Derek's done. Okay, so with this poster, you can see a 730 plus, 690, 729. You'll see all the different Fargo rates on there. What that is a basic guideline on what you can expect to see skill-wise in those levels. So once you've played a session with us and we have an accurate number count based on your weeks played, then we have kind of our own way of calculating where you would be and what your skill level would be. So in a nutshell, that's kind of the basic idea behind it. That being said, we will still continue to try to work with Fargo and see if they can give us league-specific Fargo rates. What is Ben's Fargo rating? 727, I think. Is that your Fargo, Ben? 7. Oh, I ripped him off a point. 728.
728. You got better spot. Great. Fuck, you got 60 points on me. 62 points. Just me.
So if you do want any information on the league, it's all available on the website, www.cslipl.com. Derek Moore, looking good. We have a tie ball game. One more each, and they'll be tied again. So what league does an unrated player start in? Okay, so in session 1, we were pretty hard lined that if you do not have an established Fargo rating, you had to start in Division 2. We've now kind of adapted different ways of doing it. So if you don't have an established Fargo rating, but you know somebody within the league currently that's playing that can apply a known ability to you, we'll take that and put you into the applicable division. However, they have to put their name behind that. So that is one way that we can verify players. If you don't know anybody that's currently playing in the league, you don't have a current established rating, then yes, it would be a start in Division 2. If that makes some sense. Derek Moore just waiting for Mr. Francis to get back into the room before he breaks. We're ready to rock and roll. Those jump mass ace shots are not easy to pull off. They're not. Another dry break. This is one thing about this table. So it's a valley table, ridgeback pro cut rails, and especially in 10 ball, it seems to just not want to give up a ball on the break. Was a good shot, except the 6 pushed in front to block the pocket for the 3 ball. Unless your name is Ben Francis, and you just stroke that ball and play perfect. And you know I mentioned a couple of the spots before where we had people tuned in from. I just want to ask, I want to see how broad the range is tonight. Where is everybody tuning in from? Your couch does not count. What city, what country, where are you watching from? Tirana in the house, Las Vegas, North Dakota, Mount Carroll, Illinois, Indiana, Kalamazoo, Minnesota. Everybody's from the United States. Drumheller, there we go, Bryce. Drumheller, Alberta, Louisiana. Jeff Wanless, I'm nearby. You sneaky. Don't underestimate the sneakiness of that Jeff Wanless guy. Boston, Mass. North Dakota, Alabama. Kansas, Mobile, Alabama. Texas, lots of Texas in the house. North Carolina, Washington, Florida. Brandon, Manitoba. Lima, Peru. Very nice, Scott. Remand. Wait, the Remand Center? Right? Pittsburgh, New Brunswick, West Kelowna, Delaware, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Victoria, Battle Creek, Ontario. It is a very cool dinosaur place, Drumheller. Cochrane, Alberta. Thomas tuning in from North Korea. And of course, we do know Australia's in the house as well. Kitimat, British Columbia. Larry Walper says Calgary. Ohio. Seems to be a fairly good split between Canada and the States. Do you guys play three-cushion billiards up there? No. I wish they had I don't even think there's a three-cushion table in Calgary.
There used to be some in Forest Lawn.
Yeah, there was some way back in the day. Forest Lawn.
Black Wolf used to have one way back in the day.
Yeah, Black Wolf had one. Not for a few years have I seen a three-cushion table. Travis Swan tuning in from across the street.
Across the street?
My car still outside?
Yeah.
Yes. Brian, is that a 7-foot table? It is. 3.5 by 7 Valley bar box, Ridgeback Pro Cut rails. Yeah, these guys definitely know how to play the game. Ben's Fargo rate is a 727. Oh, 728. I ripped him off again. 728. Yeah, right. One job. And then Derek Moore is the devil at 666.
It's going to drop after we send in the stats to Fargo. We're going to be at 529.
Oh, you'd have to lose 9-0 every set
I almost did.
for like 6 sets.
Last time I played three cushion, couldn't make a ball. Yeah, for sure.
There's a
Montana tuning in. Thanks, John. And I still want to, Calgary, I still want to challenge you. I'm calling you out. Come on down, Kevin. You know where I'm at. Going on, Fast Eddie, tuning in Pennsylvania, USA, our friends just across the border. I do get called out every stream. I'm okay with that. But yes, Kevin, I can accommodate. We can play some. Sorry, Chris. Yeah, you are correct. 9 out of 10. I mean, we've got So I'll kind of explain the difference and why we pay, I guess, a little more attention to Facebook. Facebook, we've got 45,000 or 46 or 48 some odd thousand followers on Facebook. YouTube, I think we have 5,000 on YouTube. That being said, I will certainly bring up the YouTube comments. There we go. All right, guys, I now have YouTube comments up and going. Sorry about that, because I didn't before. I now have them up. Good reminder. I appreciate that. I watched this to learn how to beat Ben.
Ooh, Larry?
God. I watched this to learn how to beat Ben. The only conclusion is Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan.
The knee. Take him out at the knee. That was from Matt Gruber. That was awesome. Longview, Washington State, says Ruben on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Larry says, "Tell Ben to not lose the money he keeps winning off of me."
Oh. I got a long way to go before I lose all that money.
Right?
Do I gotta say the same thing?
Oh, did you hear that, Larry? Ben says he's got a long ways to go before he loses all that money. Ben with the needle back. Hey? Oh my goodness, they said they're both playing with your money, Larry.
Safety?
Ben is working hard. He always works hard. He has to work hard because he can't play shape. See, every now and again I can add a zinger to the list. Getting the job done is Derek Moore. Always, he says.
Never leave a job unfinished. You didn't want to see me chop it up after that.
4-3?
4-4.
4-4. How do I miss these games? What's going on?
Conversation.
I played pool.
Well, no, he had yours already.
Backdoor Moore for sure. SD. I'm assuming that's South Dakota mark. Okay, I gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention to these scores. I got one job to do and I'm failing at it. I do have multiple jobs, but in current situation, I should be able to more or less keep score. It's part of the job and kind of the job description. Comes with the territory. I like the layout here. If 2 goes by that 6 ball.
Or you give me a straight shot right angle.
With the same amount of balls hit the horn.
Yeah.
These guys concede more 10 balls than Dennis or Colo.
Dennis conceded a lot of 9-10s.
Yeah, Dennis did concede a lot of 9-10s.
9 and 10.
What's going on, Darcy? It's been a minute. How are you? What's going on, Jarrett? Tuning in, Amarillo, Texas. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure they tip you. They should. I have a tip jar.
Where?
Right here.
I didn't know.
Right here. Right there. That goes to the reclothing of the table. It has been a long time, Darcy. You've been hiding out.
Attaboy, Travis.
Attaboy, Travis, says Derek. Derek's watching the comments, by the way, guys. So if you have some ribs, get him in.
Well, you can.
Get him in. He's watching.
I'm also on about 70 seconds.
So what I'm curious about, we had quite a few viewers tuned in here from all over Canada. Is there anybody out there besides us? We know we're not going, but is anybody from Canada going down for VNEA?
Dallas is going to Vegas tomorrow.
Who is?
Dallas.
Dallas is going to Vegas tomorrow. That's a little early for VNEA. Is he staying down there?
See, Larry's coming. Larry gets a raise in May.
Derek is a better poker player. You should see his Fargo in poker, let me tell you. It ain't much better than pool. As a dealer, yeah, there you go. Larry says, Ben, Larry says he gets a raise in May, and then he'll play you again after that.
Nice.
He's like 2 weeks.
It's only 2 weeks away, yeah. That's about right. We usually have a 3-week gap.
VNEA's Valley National 8-Ball Association, the World Championships is held in Las Vegas, Nevada every year. However, with the current situation in the world, Canada is more or less shut down unless you want to go across the border and then quarantine when you come back. So
Is that what you're calling?
Trying to cut it in. Probably missed the whole ball.
3 sixes is a pretty good hand. Kevin's maybe going to VNEA. Is there an echo? There very well could be. I think it's high time that we perhaps invested in a new soundboard. I'm not playing Larry until I get a raise from me. You've already got your raise, mister.
Who's getting a raise to play you?
5-4, Derek.
Yeah. Who is that needs a raise to play who?
Jeff Wanless wants a raise from me before he'll play Larry again.
A raise from you. I didn't know you paid him. Oh, he works for you. That makes sense now. I'll just shut up.
And I can tell you, I can't wait to go back to quote unquote normal, where we can travel around and do some live action at some tournaments. We can do some play-by-play. Although we will work on putting up a sound booth here in the basement. I've just got to kind of rearrange a little bit of stuff, and we'll get a sound booth put in, and that way we can continue with some commentary.
But you didn't try
As we normally do.
Oh, the side. You just had to try to scratch.
I know it's side specific.
You fibber.
I got you. Valerie.
What's the schedule? When can I play? Just curious. Well, I'm assuming, Kevin, we could probably set something up maybe Saturday, if Saturday works for you. I don't know. Maybe we take a poll on the audience. What do you think, guys? Should we let Larry play me on Saturday? Or not Larry, Kevin. Kevin Plowman wants to take me on Saturday. Should we make it happen? Derek Moore. Speed shooting Ben, yes. That is very typical when Ben is behind. He likes to... Poor guy.
It's kind of just typical, right?
It is well. I'll say it's more typical when you're behind and you're in stroke. It is 100% true because I know your mentality in the fact that if you're behind, especially by a couple, You want to run through the next couple of racks to get caught up in a heartbeat.
But if I'm up like 3 sets, I play pretty quick too. Depends on the time of day, I guess, as well.
Play Grand Morning since he doesn't work until 10:30. Hey, easy. I was working this morning before you were even out of bed. Because what time did you show up there, Jeff? 10? I'm willing to bet that Jeff was there about 22, 10 to 10, somewhere in there. That's what I'm willing to bet.
Good, yeah.
You missed 2 last games.
I know, I missed them. I missed the same one twice, yeah. 5-all.
9:22. You've never been to the job at 9:22 in your life. You've worked with me now for what, 6 months, and not once have you been to the job at 9:22.
Shit, I didn't know that was an option. I would have worked for it too.
Right?
If I knew I could show up at 10, that's my kind of job.
Right?
So I can still stay at the pool hall?
And then I give them all the easy stuff to do. I tell you. Doesn't have to go up high on the wall.
5-5 there?
5-5, yeah. I'm on it. I'm on it. Before you break, I'm still good. I'm still good. No, I got it. He hasn't broke yet. I did my job.
First pop.
I tried to scratch. It worked. I tried to go right in there.
There you go, Patrick.
Tells me what to do on the break, so I start scratching.
Did they change the game to 9-ball? No, it's still 10-ball. Start over and double it. Back it and jack it.
Maybe if he gets
Close to there.
isn't Ben too short to work for you?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that's close to the ground that Ben would be good at. That was a really good shot, Mr. Francis. What trade do? I do pretty much everything exterior. So I had, at one point, my own company. I was the largest new construction roofing contractor in Calgary. Shut that down and had no plans on really going back into construction. And then the Calgary was hit by a hailstorm last year, and then one of my competitors called and asked if I wanted to go to work, and I really didn't want to, but they made an offer I couldn't say no to. So now I do their sales for them, and then I also take on some of the work as well. So I can do pretty much everything roofing. The only thing I don't do, I guess, on the outside is windows, eaves and downs.
It was always going to be a risk.
But everything else, fascia, soffit, roofing, siding, hardy board, tongue and groove cedar, all of that stuff. He's a delegator.
Call the foul.
Good call, good
That's
call.
all it's called. Push out? No. Push it.
It does sound like Jeff is looking for a participation cookie.
Yeah, one push out or rack.
Yeah, one push out allowed for rack.
That'll lose much more there.
It was not early. I called you, and I know it there, Mr. Jeff. The Saturday that you were hung over that I called you at 10 minutes after 9 to wake you up. So it was not early. I love working with cedar. So there's you can do a 4-inch T&G cedar in the soffit. Looks phenomenal. You ever watch Pool Hall Junkies? Yeah, of course. I don't know a pool player that's a pool player that hasn't seen Pool Hall Junkies. It felt early.
You got the Disney Channel, you can watch Color of Money.
What's that?
You got the Disney Plus, you can watch Color of Money.
Yeah, Color of Money. Yeah, that's another one.
It is. Literally, go to the Disney Channel, they have Star now, so you go to watch Color of Money.
Watched The Hustler the other night. It was on that 70s movie channel.
Yeah, a wake-up call, Sean.
Old Paul Newman.
This is what I have to resort to.
1,000 times. Well, it's got to be close to 100 now anyway.
And I just saw that you sent me a message, Kevin. I'll get back to you once we're done the CSL After Dark. 6-5, right?
Yeah.
For me.
See, nobody had to remind me there. I got that.
It might be worth it. We got to take it.
You say it gets you back to the table. Challenge accepted.
That's a great shot, sir.
That will work out fairly well. That'll work out fairly well, I think. That's just Ben showing you that he's played here once or twice and knows the speed of the table.
That's who we
Hey, you two. Thanks, Darcy. Thanks for tuning in. Try not to make it so long between your tune-ins. But hey, you know what? Glad to see that everybody is kind of rejoining the streams. Always good to have everybody joining in. Wish we could do what we normally do and give you the play-by-play and dissect these tables that these guys make look fairly easy. But if I was to do that, I'd be coaching them the whole way because they can hear everything. Turn the River's a way better story and a good mix of pool. Very good. I'll have to have a look at that.
Challenge accepted. I run this.
I shouldn't be in charge of numbers. Hey, I'm keeping up now. I'm good.
Twice in a row, but
Mr. Ryan Pittman, my man, how are you? Been a minute since I've seen your name come up for a bit here too. Welcome back, sir. Hey, we'll do that, Darcy. We always will. We'll always put in a 100% effort in every which way that we can. We love what we do. Love what we did, more so traveling around, going to all different parts of the country, both in Canada and the States. Doing all kinds of pool, doing the play-by-play. Thanks, Mr. Plowman. I appreciate it. It's, you know what? I'll be honest. It's actually a little more difficult to do the stream and do commentary in a situation like this, right? Because I can't really talk about this is the shot, this is how you hit it. He's going to hit this with bottom right or bottom left or what have you. I don't get that. So I got to find different things to talk about and still make it somewhat relevant, entertaining, as best as what I can anyway. That was an A for effort. But certainly a little bit of a takeaway from what we are certainly acclimated to. All right on, right? Nothing wrong with a few adult beverages every now and again. What's going on? Eddie, tuning in from Alaska. We are all over the map today. Maximum effort, not rewarded. even with the coaching. Trying to use the body English to push that one ball in.
Did I get a little lucky?
Derek's going to rearrange the furniture. A little bit. Little bit. Does it get there?
Take it to our head, buddy.
Negative. It does not get there. Sure I can, Jordan. Jordan from YouTube would like to know, Ben and Derek, who their toughest opponent ever was.
It was Derek, for sure.
Ben with the quick. It was Derek.
8-1 in the final. It was 8-1.
Who was your toughest opponent ever, Ben?
It was Derek. No, it was probably fucking Steven over and over again.
Oh, Stephen Holem over and over and over and over again. Edwin too.
Final answer.
Edwin.
Final answer.
Oh, Ben says Edwin. Final
Yeah,
answer.
I always said Steven. Derek's answer is the same.
Doesn't even come close, man.
It's not even
Oh,
close. Yeah.
Derek's answer is the same. Edwin Montel.
And some black guy named Fleming.
Edwin Montel gets the nod from both of them.
I just saw him too, man. That was hittable.
So I'll tell you a quick little story about Edwin Montel.
What?
So this is going back, I'm going to say 4 years, maybe 5 years ago, was my first trip to North Dakota for the Four Bears Classic. I think Ben was there. Were you there that year that Edwin was there? Yeah. And so Edwin hadn't picked up a cue in about 4 years. Goes down to the Four Bears in North Dakota. Great tournament, by the way, run by Ray Poitra and his crew. If y'all ever get the chance to go play in the Four Bears, North Dakota, one of the longest running tournaments in the United States, it is so phenomenally well run. You'll probably run into Shane Van Boning and Corey Dool and maybe Roberto. Yeah. Anyway, so he hadn't picked up a cue in 4 years, goes down there, and I was laughing my butt off at Edwin because he was wearing flip-flops. And if you've ever been to the Four Bears, it's a hard concrete floor. And so every time he broke, you got a double clack. The crack of the cue ball hitting the rack, and then the clack of his slipper hitting the pavement. But he ended up taking second place in that tournament. Third place, yes. Sorry.
Didn't pick up a cue for how many years?
4 years prior, didn't pick up a cue.
Yeah, he says.
No, I'm sure.
It's true.
No, I watched him play. He played Chill's tournament. Like when the 10-ball ball was big.
By all means, you are more than welcome. Come on down to Cowtown.
Relatively good spot. Considering
Let us know you're coming.
on the floor.
We'll set it up.
I mean,
We'll play some pool.
straight in on the floor.
Yeah.
And let her get out.
Steve Lenz, tell Ben I'm ready to play some sets.
I bet.
Come-
Ben's
come on
listening to me,
down.
so.
Travel is a lot easier than ours.
Yeah, yeah, he can get back easier from Texas for sure.
That's no good.
Ben says you got to come up here, Steve. We can't get across the border. Well, we could, but then we got to quarantine when we come back.
For them, it's easy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're open.
They probably need a test.
They'll probably have to have, yeah, I don't know. There's a good question. There's a good question. If y'all from the States travel up to Canada,
But Texas specifically.
Texas specifically, okay. So when you come to Canada, do you have to get a test to go back through to the United States? And do you have to quarantine? Yeah, just behind Corey and Roberto, yeah. No, Shane won that year. SVB. And it was Steven that took second?
When is that? No, that's a different year.
Was it a different
The
year?
year Edwin got third was Roberto second, Corey first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Corey Dool won that. Steph was right. Corey Dool, then Roberto, and then Edwin. I think it was the next year that SVB won.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's the score? Am I right?
6-all.
6-all? Okay, good. This was just an abnormally long game. I got quite a few stories in on one rack.
We got a lot of stories in this game.
Yeah. COVID doesn't exist in Texas. Or in Florida, for that matter. You know what, Matt? To be honest, I'm not sure. I know we could travel to the States, but then to come back, we've got to quarantine. I think for 3 or 4 days in a hotel, and then self quarantine at home for 2 weeks. Steve says, I don't think so. Went to Mexico, didn't have any issues coming back. No testing or quarantine. How long ago was that, Steve?
But getting into Canada might be a little different.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it changes coming into Canada.
Yeah.
Maybe Canada still has our borders locked.
If it's that big of a problem, then maybe it should be on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm curious, though. So Ben's going to take a quick little break. Just use the washroom real quick. So I will put up this poster again here, guys. It is for the CSL IPL coming up May 3rd for all divisions. It is a Ghost League playing anywhere around the world. We also have within that league the Junior League. And there are 2 divisions in the juniors. So 17 and under, as well as the 13 and under. Juniors will always play for free. So if you do have any kids that enjoy playing the game, by all means, go on to www.cslipl.com. Get them registered. They will play for free and compete for all kinds of prizes, cues, cases, all kinds of things. We even have some pretty sweet league shirts. Those are obviously at a discount for any of the league players. If you do want one of those shirts and you're not a league player, those are also available on Jam Up Apparel. JamUpApparel.com. When you go on to Jam Up, just hit the drop-down menu. You'll see Q Sports Live. It'll be in there. Last May. Interesting. The CDC's put out a statement recently telling Americans not to travel to Canada.
I mentioned on the stream I'm looking for like a cheap set.
I appreciate that there, boss. Commenting on YouTube.
I got a guy that'll play one pocket for $5,000 at the pool hole.
In either case, we would really love to be able to go and travel and do what we're meant to do on Q Sports Live. It's not all meant to be played in my basement and sets and all these things. I'd like to get back into doing some tournaments, doing some commentating like we normally do, kind of get back to life as normal.
Okay, still waiting.
2-ball looking not so good. Might pass the, is that the 8-ball I think it's hung up on? Might pass the 8 to that right-hand side pocket. Does it go in that side pocket? It does. Normally I have a second camera angle for that, but we don't have it down here.
Possibly still from there.
Jim Orzel says, I've been practicing over the past week using the new 9-ball rack rules. Any chance of starting in Division 5? Here's the beautiful thing about the league, and we do have the stats that we could show and prove. Playing in the Ghost competitively while you're live will do awesome things for your game.
Reflection's killing me. Just on certain shots that I get every time. It's the same.
Oh, hey, congratulations there, Steve. Let mom and dad know. Congratulations to them as well. And I think I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold.
That's COVID, buddy.
It's yeah. I stubbed my toe. You got COVID.
Fuck, if you're sick.
I cut my fingernail and got a hangnail. You got COVID. Nice shot there. Puts him good position. Travel down 5-6. 10 ball might get in the way. 10 ball might get in the way.
Derek, cut a break.
Ben karate chops the cue ball.
$5 balls. If I make 4, you give me the game.
Pretty much. I think I just gave it to him right there.
You seen this last couple games?
See how he plays this. Ooh, I thought you were going to get the rub on that 10 ball.
I needed to run back.
They're all going even better. It was going right to heart from there. I don't know how I missed it.
Swish.
It got really
So wish. That's how you use the whole side pocket.
Still like home field advantage. Gets down to the nitty gritty, couple of tough shots, and he just turns into a fucking church. Quiet as a church in here.
It does turn quiet as a church in here.
Only when I'm shooting tough balls.
We are 7-7, right?
Yes.
Good.
2 more each will be
2 more each. How can you do 2 more each in a race to 9? That'll be interesting. Are you doing a win by 2 or what?
stipulated anything. We're just here playing for your entertainment.
You're playing for my entertainment. Well, if it's only my entertainment, why do I have the stream going and why do I got this headset on?
I don't know. $5.
That's begging, Ben. That's just wrong. I think that's called coaching.
He has shape on the line for sure. It's
Still calling the 8 ball.
That is coaching all day long. Calling the 8 here. That was a nice shot. John says, hello, Ben. Ben says, hello, John. I'll have a deepest voice of Ben, so there is a lot of John. It's John Hank. John Hank says, hi, Ben.
that changes everything. I guess I'm gonna call the one inside.
Edson, Alberta. Straight Challenger commenting on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in.
In the corner.
He played safe.
Let's just grab that thingy over here.
I see. Going to reach for my IQ again, hey?
That tip jar ready.
Yep. $5 for the ball off the table.
Ain't going off the table.
Derek says it ain't going off the table.
Oh, I was thinking when you make it, a tip.
3 to the corner. Who would have knew that?
For the sellout. This thing's okay.
Well, I don't know if it's quite sold out. I don't know. Can the 7 pass the 10 to the top left, Ben? Yeah? All right, never mind. Yeah, you sold out.
That's where I wanted to be.
I'm sure you can work it out from there. 7:15.
I should be okay, but
7:28.
it's just soft.
Yeah, indeed, John. Certainly been a minute. We've tried over the last little bit here to go live as much as we can. It is live from my basement, so not quite the same commentary that you're somewhat acclimated to with Q Sports Live. But we are attempting to do our best to help break the boredom of the pandemic. So this is what we're stuck with. Not a lot of commentary going on because, well, these guys can hear every word I say. Are we going to VNEA in May? Unfortunately not. I would love to go. I know Ben would love to go. Probably even Derek would love to go. I think we're all itching to go. But with the restrictions on travel, getting back into Canada, probably not going to happen.
It'd be nice to be a lot further too, but can't complain.
It is pool. So we do try to go live a couple of times a week, guys. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like the Facebook page. If you're just following, you probably won't get the live notification or the post notifications. So make sure you've liked the Q Sports Live page. While you're going to do that, you may as well like the Q Sports Live International Pool League page. That'll give you a lot of info. I just posted out the new dates for Session 2, coming up May 3rd for all divisions. Yeah, it is. You know what, John? I'll tell you, I'd love to go to VNEA because they are still considering this as the 40th anniversary. So it is going to be a party. It might be a little different party. They've put out a couple of posts from VNEA that, to expect kind of the unexpected, right? With them still having to do social distancing and all of the other things, match times might get behind. So it might not be, VNEA Vegas that we're all used to. It'll be a version of it, but I'd still love to go in either case. Ben's still running racks. You tuned in at the right time. Did you see how hard Ben stared down the cue ball as it was heading to that pocket? Right? That was a stare down.
Down the three as well.
Oh, you forgot to stare down the 3 ball.
It banks, yeah.
It banks.
What was that? So obvious.
It's over.
Yeah, it's a gimme.
Right? Mr. Francis on the hill. However, there is a chance to go hill. We'll see what he does with the 3 ball.
See what he does with the 2 ball first.
Well, I think the 2's in. I think that's fairly obvious. It's how you set for the 3, in my lowly opinion.
Talking about hooking yourself behind the knife?
Yeah.
Oh, let's check.
Yeah, for sure, John. We do too. And with the viewer advantages that we used to do, we'll get back into those again at some point. We do have one that is coming up. I just have to get the poster done for it. However, it is more meant for Calgary surrounding area. We're going to try to do our best to help out one of the local pool halls in Calgary. It'll be for the Leather Pocket. And what that entails is we'll set a draw date of June 1st. So if you're in and around the Calgary area, pay attention. $50 per ticket for a chance to win 1 year of free pool at the Leather Pocket. What a great shot. Was that Derek Moore that just shot that?
That was 666.
That was a 666. The devil shot that shot. So with that, 100% of the cash all goes to the Leather Pocket. We're not going to keep any of that.
I didn't even see that. I got lucky.
No, it's not that wired anyway. A little more room than that. Make that work.
So I'll actually try to have that poster ready for when we go live on Saturday. It'll be myself probably taking on Kevin Plowman for Saturday, and I'll see if I can have that done and ready to go. Now, also, just for clarification, this is not a raffle. This is a sweepstakes, as with our viewer advantages. It is a sweepstakes. We got all the legal paperwork, everything else behind it. So if you need to see it, if you want to see it, It is a dry read, I will tell you that. It's all written in legal jargon, but we do have that paperwork if you do want to read what that is. There will be a skill testing question involved for the winner. That was a really nice shot again. Derek Moore looking to go hill.
She bowls left.
Yes, just so and John, you've been a Q Sports Live viewer for a long time, so you'll understand why I made that clarification. We used to do raffles without question. We used to do them all the time until we got hauled in by the City of Calgary Police Department, who was part of the AGLC investigative unit, and we were hauled in and said, and we were told directly
Right hand side, you know,
that raffles are illegal unless you have a raffle license, which we did for a period of time. We had that as well, but how we had it all set up was wrong. And so we were told under no uncertain circumstances that we need to not do raffles any longer. Came with a $10,000 fine and some jail time. So we decided that it's probably not worth the risk to do any more raffles. So it kind of left us a little bit in a query there for a little bit, and we ended up contacting a lawyer in Toronto, actually. And he is the #1 lawyer for sweepstakes in all of Canada. So that's who we paid to set it all up for us. We are.
I can't hear you.
start over double or?
Start over and double? Yeah, sure.
Wasn't that Hill?
Yeah, it was. Tails it is.
We're gonna start over and double it.
Oh my goodness.
Quick slow?
Yeah.
It is a start over. Y'all,
Your run will be quick.
they are backing it and jacking it.
I knew you loved that. Yeah.
I love it.
I knew you'd love to tell them that.
Here we go. They're doubling the bet.
2 stories maybe.
200, race to 9.
Enough time for more stories, yeah.
Yeah, I got time for more stories. I'm sure y'all don't mind my stories. So they're gonna go take a quick break. I'm gonna do the same, guys. I'm gonna leave the stream up and running it. So I will. I'll be back here 5 minutes. Don't go far, guys. They are backing and jacking. They're gonna do it again. Give us 5 minutes. We'll be right back. I am gonna mute the volume because there's really nobody in here anyway. So we'll be right back here. 5 minutes. already all back with you. Welcome back. Holy cow, we lost half the viewers. Where'd y'all go? Maybe they went out to do a weather check too. Or it's past their bedtime, one of the two. Or they just got tired of the silence.
They knew it was going to be about 5 minutes.
Yeah, they'll be back. We'll get them. Yeah, it was it was actual jail time for sure. And then we looked into actually getting a raffle license. And here's what we found out. I've got a lot of knowledge when it comes to raffle licenses. Very, very difficult to get. Your raffle license is only good provincially in Canada. And I'm sure the Gaming Commission is the same in the States, where it's only a statewide issued raffle license. The problem is, as much as the IOC does actually recognize billiards as a sport, the AGLC and the Commissioner, Gaming Commission do not recognize billiards as a sport. The only way you can get a raffle license is for a legitimate sport. Is this a money match? It is indeed, James. They just went hill, decided to back it and jack it, playing for 200 jelly beans. Jelly bean tomatoes.
I don't like that. No, I like tomatoes over jelly. Oh, yeah.
Lake Havasu still here. Beautiful. Much appreciated. Thanks everybody for sticking with us during the weather check. We do appreciate it. Nice little shot there. The silence is deafening. What happened?
You're not talking as much.
I'm not talking as much. I kind of get the feeling sometimes people get tired of my stories. So
Never. Not this guy anyway.
no, Ben likes my stories. What?
I like story time with Grant.
Okay, and I know you know this, Ben. So you're not allowed to answer this. Here's the question of the day: what industry is on or was only created because of billiards?
Trivia time with
Trivia.
Grant. I like it.
Some trivia. Some knowledge for y'all. Tell me, y'all, what industry was birthed due to billiards? It's a massive industry today. What is it? You're not allowed to answer, Ben. I already told you the answer to this. Anybody? I hear crickets. Is there volume on?
I don't know.
Volume? Nobody with an answer. Anybody want to guess? No, Steph, you're not allowed to answer either. You know the answer to that as well, so you're not allowed to answer. Y'all got the volume off? What the heck? Bowling? Not quite bowling. It's not a sport. It's a complete industry. Slate? Nope. Felt? Nope. I'll give you the answer. Here it is. The plastics industry was birthed directly because of billiards. Why that ended up happening? Yes, plastics was birthed because of billiards. So back in the 60s, as you know, they used to use ivory. And ivory you get from tusks. And if you were a good turner of ivory, you could get maybe 5 or 6 balls out of an ivory tusk. So obviously supply was limited, very, very costly to do. And I can't remember the name of the individual that put this out there, but he offered, this is back in the 60s. I think it was the 60s. It might have even been before that. It might have been at the turn of the century, so around the 1900s, where one of the guys offered $10,000 for scientists to come up with a different option to make billiard balls. Hence, the birth of plastics. Derek won. No, they went hill, so they backed it and jacked it. So it is still race to 9 now for 200 jelly beans.
And 1-0.
Yeah, better balls indeed, boss.
And 1-0.
And there's if you Google that, you'll be able to kind of see the same post that I saw. Really, really phenomenal information. Really good information. It's actually a video clip. 1-0 Derek. I'm on it. I'm on it. That must have happened during my explanation of the plastics industry. Birthed by billiards. Hey?
The answer to the trivia question.
Answer to the trivia question, yeah. What's the score, says Steph. I just posted it. 1-0. How come you're not down here on a mic with me? You're tuned in. Stop puzzling. Come down here and get on a microphone. Right? Stop puzzling, Steph. Get down here and get on a mic. If you're going to insult me, you may as well do it to my face.
Grant's running out of stories.
I am running out of stories. I need some more stories. Wontoning. Stop wontoning. As good as what they are, I've had my fill today. Get down here and get on a mic. Let's poll. Guys, do you think Steph should come down and join me? Better to listen to her voice than mine. Just saying. How about old Sky Woodward? Boy, did he put on a show, hey? Although I'll say, in that match with Sky and Dennis, even within the last, 5, 6, maybe 7 games, they both tried to give it back to each other a few times. Right? It was almost an anticlimactic ending because of that.
Almost looked like they were doing a saver. Chop it up.
As soon as it got to, well, I don't think it was ever close enough, but maybe.
Never close enough.
I don't think they were chopped.
See, Steph? At least John says yes.
Thought Sky would be more pumped though, like the winner. Hard to say.
It is.
It is a lot of games, without a doubt. A race to 150 is no joke. Broken up over 3 days, though, not terrible, especially for that caliber of play. They run through those racks pretty quick. But some great pool, without a doubt.
I gotta try something. Well, hit it square. Nothing ever works.
And it definitely could have went both ways. Rewind to 1869. The game of billiards is quickly growing popular. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. 1869. I don't have my glasses on, guys. 1869 was when that was. Phenomenal article. So Chris just kind of posted up. Is there a link? The first synthetic polymer. Yeah, you got to give it to Dennis. Hey, Tommy, coming back from what was his deficit? 22 or 28 games in that Sky Dennis match. 17? Was it the most? I thought it was 22 games down.
Yes. 50, 37 is 13 is end of day 1.
Yeah, he was down more than that throughout that day, though. I thought it was 22 at one point. Yeah.
I would never bet on that answer.
Which set did you get there, John? Oh, we convinced her, everybody. Y'all asked, you shall receive. Teresa, what's going on? How are you? What are they playing for? This is now set number 4. Ben won the first 2. Then they played third set for 100. They went hill, decided to back and jack. So we are now playing for 200 jelly beans.
Yeah, it was good.
Arco's 11, nice.
Doubles, that's the bonus. Oh, that's what
Was it 19? I thought it was 22. Steph, do you remember Dennis Orcolo and Sky Woodward? What was the gap that Dennis came back? Wasn't it 22?
I don't remember.
I could be wrong.
exactly.
I could
think
be wrong.
It was around the 20 mark. Every day ended in like within 5 though. What a good match that was.
That was a great match.
I think honestly Dennis could have won it.
You know what?
The
It was
amount of mistakes that Dennis made, like typically
So-
Dennis doesn't make that many mistakes.
while you were. I'm assuming while you were on your way down here, I kind of said it was almost an anticlimactic finish because in the last 5 or 6 games, they both gave it back and forth a couple of different times. So it was really almost an anticlimactic finish, but nonetheless, some great pool. Dennis came back from a massive deficit to
I feel like
be within
Dennis-
5 at the end it's crazy.
I feel like Dennis was almost winded by the end.
Sorry, yes, Ben won that last game, making it 1-1. I'm going to let you take over the scoreboard.
Wow. I think, I don't know, that's too much pressure.
Yeah, see, Richard says 22 as well. I'm sure it was 22.
Oh. Ben duffed it.
He says, why would you do that? And Teresa, yeah, I've seen some of your posts. Oh my, are y'all getting tired?
No.
Tag me in, coach. Put me in. Am I throwing y'all off? Yeah, I've seen some of your posts there, Teresa. It seems like you're working quite a bit, which all in all is not a bad thing, given current circumstances.
It's better than the alternative.
Yeah,
A lot of people out there not being able to work. Why is it so hot down here?
it's not hot down here. Yeah, definitely not like Ben to miss that. They both decided, okay, We both missed, so one's out checking the weather and the other's in the washroom.
Break time.
Yeah, for sure, Teresa, and you can't turn that down. What kind of shaft is Derek playing with? I believe it's a keelwood shaft.
Derek is actually playing with a borrowed cue.
Oh,
He left his cue at his sister's because they were doing some sort of family pool thingy-jigger.
okay.
And then his sister left town. So he wasn't able to get it.
Oh,
So
oh.
he's
So
playing
not
with
his typical cue.
borrowed cue.
Got you.
When he first got here, he did some test shots with it, and he could barely drive the thing.
Well, if it is keelwood, right? Keelwood plays very, very similar to a carbon fiber. It's really stiff, not a lot of deflection to it. Is there? Yeah, that's a keelwood, right? Yeah. All right. Derek just confirmed that it is a keelwood shaft. But will it keel? It will keel. Yeah, it'll kill some certain shots, but some not so much. Indeed, Teresa. Good to have you back on. It has been a minute. One of these days you'll have some time play in the CSL IPL. What city are we in? We are in the beautiful city of Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Calgary.
The hometown.
Okay, game on.
Yeah. Beep, beep. Look at Ben coaching in that one ball. Is that allowed? That was like you put every ounce of your 32 pounds into that coach right there. And so, James, normally what you see on CSL is not the CSL After Dark as to what you're viewing now. But typically with CSL or Q Sports Live, we travel all around Canada and the United States, typically live once, usually every week. And we travel all over the place, doing all kinds of events from juniors right up through to pros. On the Facebook page, currently, I believe there's 46 or 48 some odd thousand followers on the Facebook page. Which, by the way, guys, if you haven't done, make sure you go on, hit the like button on the Facebook page. While you're doing that, head over to the Q Sports Live International Pool League page on Facebook. Give that a like as well. And once you're done that, visit the league at www.cslipl.com. If you have a heartbeat and access to a table, you can play in the league. Open to all players around the world. Did you know that stuff?
Is that what the word international means?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I probably did know that then.
Okay. Just making sure, because, like, you're sitting there, but you ain't really saying a whole lot. Trying to get you in, but gee, you know what? Don't you have some things to make? Wontons? Isn't that what you were doing?
I've rolled like 1,000 wontons over the last couple days. I'm tired.
Your turd?
I'm tired.
Wow.
Watching these guys just roll some magic over here.
No, the magic was already right. The magic was already rolled. That's in those wontons you made. They were good.
Stock up the old freezer.
Joel says that's what I thought. Just ordered one from Nick's Q's. Indeed, guys.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Nick's Q Innovations is one of our sponsors here at Q Sports Live. I'll put up his poster after this game. Give him a little bit of love on CSL After Dark. Oh shoot, I'm in Santa Rosa, California. Beautiful spot anywhere in California. We were
Grant
down
loves
at.
California.
I so do. We were down in. Where's my scoreboard? Sorry, yeah, we were down in Sacramento, California. Oscar Dominguez Hard Times.
Is that how they say it?
Probably. I don't know.
Sacramento.
That's how I say it. Sacramento, California. That was 3 for Ben, right? Seeing as how I'm now doing Steph's job, she's supposed to keep track of the scoreboard because I always lose track of it.
I told you, it's too much pressure.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do Nick's Q Innovations, guys, local to Calgary. An
But he will
absolute genius at work here. That guy can fix stuff that is unfixable. Also got some great products like Derek who was it? Joel Thompson said he just ordered the Keel wood shaft from Nick. He's also got his own carbon fiber.
Yeah, he does.
It's very similar
He
to the
makes
Jacoby
really
Black.
good extensions too.
Yeah.
Mid-Q extensions, back-end extensions. Makes them all custom. Does some
Yeah.
really great work.
Yeah, and phenomenal for maintenance. If you don't have a Q repair guy, consider him. You'll find him on Facebook. You can always ship your stuff to him. He will get the work done and ship it back.
His turnaround time is amazing too.
Not as of late. He has been just stone cold busy.
Even as busy as he is, his turnaround time is
His prices are so good.
yeah.
Really, really fair pricing for what he does. Phenomenal stuff.
Just one of those guys that does it for the love of the game, you know?
Yeah, that was a good time. We were in hard times. Met Oscar there and his wife Desiree. Twice, I might add, Ben. Twice.
Throw in another needle. Just throw in another needle.
Hey, I have to. Ben needles me every now and again. I got a needle back. It's just part of what we do.
The cold, hard truth.
It is the cold, hard truth. Definitely worth it to get a Nick boy, for sure.
Nicobe.
Oh, and a Kobe.
Wow.
I don't have my glasses on.
He's making keel woods, but it's called Pinoy wood.
Oh, it's called Pinoy wood. Interesting.
He's just, he's made quite a few that hit good.
Yeah, we tried. I think he let you try one when you were at Pocket, and I tried it there. Yeah, it hits really good. Solid hit. Did somebody just give me an angry face?
Oh, was it me?
No.
Oh.
On the street. Who gave me that angry face? You take that back. I don't know who that was, but you take that angry face back.
I don't know. It could have been me.
Oh, no, because you don't have your phone. Somebody just gave me
No,
an
this
angry
this
face.
face. This
Oh,
is real life
yeah,
angry
but-
face.
I just tune that face out. That's the way it normally looks at me, so I just don't pay much attention to it. Ooh, might be a little close to the work. He'll be okay.
It's good.
He's good.
It's got it perfect.
Swish. Extremely fair pricing. He's done a couple of tips for my other cues too, says Joel Thompson on YouTube. Indeed. And you got to admit, and you know what? You got to give him props where it's deserved. The quality of work that he puts out is phenomenal. Fixes stuff that just shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to fix stuff like that, but he does.
He's just an all-around good guy. You know, like he does so much pro bono work. He does like a lot of the junior queues. He does a lot of the queues at the senior citizens' home, the retirement places that, you know, free of charge. He just goes and collects and retips them all, reconditions them, and sends them back
Yeah, big heart, that guy.
free of charge. Yeah.
Does all the maintenance for us here at Q Sports Live as well.
He's the guy. Rack number 6.
Table's starting to break a little bit better. Starting to make some balls.
I think it's just Derek.
No, because Ben.
Derek's just playing better.
No. That last break, Ben put his 32 pounds into it and made 2 balls on the break.
The last one I wrote dry.
Did you?
That's a little dry.
You did a desert the last break?
I needed water in the last one.
You needed what?
Water.
Water. Oh.
Because he was dry.
Took me a second to figure out what you were saying, what you were talking about. Water, dry.
So dry. I needed some water.
Oh, the fun we have here at CSL After Dark. Yeah, it's not his normal playing cue there, James. This one, it is a borrowed cue.
Oh.
Look outside pocket. Ben's rooting the cue ball on. Get in there.
I did say it after it stopped.
You could still roll back.
I was hoping.
He was just JK.
Yeah, right. Wink, wink, double nudge. Pop the 9, indeed. It's a good spot for it. That'll put the 9 in the side rather nicely. We are tie ball game, 3 apiece. Sound like a parrot. We were tied at 3 in the last set too.
There's no separating a 666 and a 728.
For sure.
See, guys, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, Larry.
Guy's not even here to defend himself, and it's, yeah, Larry.
Oh, then he's got
Derek says, if I can do it, you can do it.
but he's a 6'5", so
Oh, that's the difference. That's the difference maker right there. Derek Moore is a 6'6".
more Fargo point. He can break.
Larry is a 6'5".
Larry's probably sleeping.
He was on earlier. He might be on still.
Got to get those jabs in when he's not listening.
Right? People do it to me all the time. I even got an angry face for nothing.
Maybe it was just a fat finger.
It could have been. Could have been.
Probably not.
Hey, easy. See, I got a thumbs up there. Thumbs up are better than the angry faces.
Where is this 3 ball going?
now, Ben is a solid 10 stones. Oh, that's good. Maybe 7. I wouldn't quite say 10. 7 stones. How much does 7 stones weigh?
Not a terrible safety.
Not bad.
Short
Ben's going
stick.
airtime, though.
Short stick.
No jump keys left.
Derek says no jump cues allowed.
Just for this shot.
Takes the 4th set. 33% of the way
Call it inside. Yeah, you got
Ben using the T3. Just a little outside.
pretty good, though.
Did hit it good.
what I was gonna do next. No one knows. They don't need to know. It's a secret.
Yeah, for your next trick on the 4 ball would have been safety. It depends on how big those stones are. Well, if Ben weighs 7 stones, I can't imagine that they would be very big stones.
Pebbles, really.
Pebbles, right? Like the ones you get stuck in your shoe, right?
I weigh 5 of those.
Yeah, Derek's not much more than that. So we got Ben at 7, maybe Derek's 9.
How much is this stone?
I don't know, how much is a pebble in your shoe weigh?
Oh, fucking.
I probably am a little more than 9 stones.
That's 2.
Derek, right away, that's 2.
Oh, he's going for it. The 3 foul rule is in effect.
That was only 1 for him, though. Is that 4 pass in that side pocket? He is a little short on that. Pea gravel, there you go. I don't know if the 4 goes. I guess we're going to find out. Oh, all day.
No
Could
problem.
drive a truck through there. What were you crouched down looking at? You could drive a truck through there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get the extra TV time.
3 rails here.
I knew it would get to him.
Uh-oh, he says.
Did you just give up those 3 balls right there?
Dennis.
That was an Orcolo, for sure. Pete Robertson, that is Stephanie Toy on the mic, sitting beside me. I was razzing her about making wontons upstairs, so I razzed her enough that she came down and sat with me.
For a bit.
Disclaimer. Holy, for a bit? What do you mean for a bit? You got something more important to do?
Always leaning towards the 2 shot.
Yeah, it's all. You just the one, yeah.
Good day, Peter. Nice to see you back.
One of these days, Pete, we are coming to Australia. Let me tell you. What cues are you guys using? You guys is in the guys on the stream, like Ben and Derek. Ben's using a Dale Perry butt with a Jacoby Black. Derek is using a borrowed Keelwood shaft
Arse.
and a.
Johnson from Varco Cues.
It's a what?
Johnson from Varco Cues.
Johnson from Varco Cues.
Back in the city.
Isn't she supposed to be making sandwiches?
Supposed to be making sandwiches?
No, Steph.
Can you hear my eyes rolling?
Sandwiches.
I was making
That's
wontons earlier,
hilarious. Yeah.
Patrick.
Sandwiches. I could eat a sandwich. Good with a sandwich.
I've been rolling wontons for like 3 days.
Yeah. Where's Steph? Making wontons.
Restocking the freezer.
Right?
Unpredictable.
No worries, Norm. I myself, I also use a Jacoby Black with a Predator butt end. Steph uses the same thing, Jacoby Black with a Predator.
I do.
I want a bad guess.
Yeah, Pete, I'll tell you. Mark my words, one of these days.
I'm coming.
Going to Down Under.
I'm coming to literally get Peter to put shrimps on a Barbie for me.
Oh my God. Oh, Steph. Ba-da-da-da.
It's happening.
Pa-ting.
I just want to say it happened.
Right? I went to Australia and guess what? The guy put a shrimp on the Barbie.
Gonna happen.
Did he still have his foreskin?
Oh, nice little rail first. Look out, 5-ball.
Hear them? They stopped talking. That's why you screwed up. Blame it on Steph, Grant. You can blame it on him if you're talking.
Using OB with a Phoenix keelwood.
Did I do that out loud,
Phoenix.
Patrick?
Do what out loud?
I was just telling him he was number one.
Oh my. Muchi Q with a Kamui Super Soft. The Jacoby Blacks actually come with the Super Soft, but I couldn't do it. Couldn't use the Super Soft on the Jacoby Black. The amount of spin and juice you can get with the Jacoby Black and a Super Soft tip, it's uncontrollable unless you're Ben Francis. You haven't changed your tip, have you? Long time ago?
He's gone through G2. He's got a. I think he's got a
Oh,
How
so
now.
you're now into finding tip? A how soft?
So soft.
Who's on first?
How soft? So soft.
I could not do it. I'll tell you, I could not control the tip or the cue ball. Playing with a soft tip, I had to go back to my normal tip.
I like it.
The Onyx medium. That's the way to go, as far as I'm concerned. Shrimp on the Barbie does sound good. Fargo custom cues made by Daryl Johnson. The only thing that we have to agree on when we go to Australia, Patrick, y'all need to keep the spiders in the bush where they belong. Because I've seen some pictures that really does make me not want to go to Australia. You got some big spiders there.
Grant
Like the size of
screams-
your face.
Grant screams like a 3-year-old girl.
I do. Spiders do not belong. They don't. There is in no part of my life plan involves being around spiders. None.
You guys have not experienced a 6-foot man
Listen,
jumping around,
I squeal like a stuck pig
doing the
and I
pee
do
dance.
the pee dance, right? I do.
screaming like a 3-year-old girl.
I do.
It's the most hilarious thing in the world.
Yeah. If that was ever recorded, I could send that in and it would be a $10,000 winner on America's Funniest, without a doubt. Because we don't see eye to eye. So, okay, y'all, I'll tell you why I am terrified of spiders. It's kind of a funny story.
It's not funny because
It
it
is
has
funny.
nothing to do with spiders, really.
It does. It does.
No.
It does. In my mind, it has everything to do with spiders.
Go ahead and
okay.
tell your story.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sure.
So when I was young, I used to pull the legs off Daddy Long Legs like every young kid does.
I never did that.
Boy. Okay, every young boy, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Every young boy out there pulls the legs off Daddy Long Legs when you're, I don't know, 6 or 7, and you got no fear of these things, right? Yeah. And so I had done this, and somehow in my youthful mind, I got it stuck in my head that eventually and someday they were going to get back at me because I pulled the legs off of their family members. And so I was probably 8 years old, maybe 7, getting ready for bed as a young 7-year-old kid. And I go to get into bed. And now as a 7-year-old kid, even if you get into a twin bed, it seems like a big bed, right? Because you're just tiny. And so I go to get into bed, and there was this black thing on my bed, and it was big. It was not a small looking spider. It was a big spider. And so it started to come towards me. And in my young mind, I thought, okay, this is it. This is one of the family members, and he's going to get me. And so I jumped to the other side of the bed, and it followed me. And I'm telling you, it was like I was stamping out a fire. I was all over that bed trying to get away from this dang thing. And everywhere I went on that bed, this thing was chasing me. And I'm screaming blue murder, the top of my lungs. My dad comes flying down the hallway, flicks the light on, and be damned if it wasn't a marble. A marble on my bed, and because I was making a depression in the mattress, it was naturally going to the low spot on the mattress. But in my brain, I thought this thing was a spider coming to get me. And ever since, me and spiders, we don't jam. We don't do it.
I've heard this story probably 1,000 times. And every time I think to myself, it's not the spiders. You should be scared of marbles.
No, because in my mind, that marble was a gigantic spider coming
But
to
it
get revenge.
wasn't.
I
So
get that.
technically, you should be
But
scared
understand,
of marbles.
as a 7-year-old kid, thinking that was a spider coming after me, it scarred me. It scarred me for life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were driving to Vegas. Yeah, no, it wasn't on the window. It had, okay, so Ben just brought up another story about me and spiders, right? So we're driving to Vegas. We rent this van from, I don't know, one of the companies that rents vehicles. And we're driving to Vegas. We get just outside of Salt Lake City. It's dark. I've driven the whole way from Calgary so far down to Salt Lake. And all of a sudden, so I'm driving, just kind of chilling. And I see this thing in the window right beside my head.
Did you get a spider in the face?
No, it had spun its web, and it was kind of, when you roll the window down in that top left-hand corner where your window is, that's where it was hanging out, right beside my head. Dang, across 4 lanes of traffic to the right-hand side, I slammed on the brakes, and if I could not have been any more in the passenger seat unless I was sitting in it. And Ryan had to get it. Had to get the spider.
You're embarrassing.
Yeah. Me and spiders, we don't jive. Mosquitoes in Florida are the same size as birds. I don't mind that though, James. They don't like my blood. Mosquitoes they don't bug me here. Because we get them big, too. They're like small birds.
I don't think we get them Florida big, though.
Probably not Florida big.
What gets me down there are, like, the cockroaches. Can't do cockroaches.
Down there, we got them in Canada. We got them here in Calgary.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really, like...
Toronto's
Like,
got bad cockroaches.
Where were you? Chicago?
Chicago.
That was bad.
Those are like small little rhinos walking around.
We don't have cockroaches like the States have cockroaches.
You'll be my bodyguard against spiders. Love it. See? The fear is real, Steph. Let me tell you.
You're embarrassing.
It's not.
Stop.
I'm telling you.
Stop.
It's so not, though. Are we on the right score, 5-3? Yeah. Just had to check. I had to do my due diligence.
I did it. It's right.
Okay. I'm just saying, hey, listen, you fell asleep at the wheel before. I'm just saying.
Ben's on a little bit of a heater here.
Oh, man. Cockroaches in Florida, you stop by a rest stop and you have them crunching when you're, ugh, yuck. I'm going to have to start getting in on Ben here. He's up 3. Oh, my.
He's in the
Not a
zone.
flinch.
He's in the zone.
Not a flinch. Not now. Okay, there it is. I was waiting. Oh, like, what the? I was going to say, not a flinch or nothing. I'll tell you what, as a kid, it was, it was life-threatening as a kid.
Okay. At 45 plus, it's still life-threatening.
It's true.
1 out of 10.
But aren't you glad, Steph? Because of the fear I have of those things, we don't have any here at our house. Not that we don't have any, but I do my springtime spray.
I don't mind them.
Oh no. The wolf spiders that we have here, they
eat all the mosquitoes.
mosquitoes don't bug me. I'm good with the mosquitoes. Not good with spiders.
You're setting a bad example for your kids.
Probably setting a bad example for most. Pandemic question, is the government giving you guys a monthly stimulus? Yes, if you qualify for it. Yeah.
No, it's over.
Oh, is it?
It's over.
Oh, there
You
you
actually
go.
have to apply.
Yeah.
Originally this time last year, pretty much anyone and their dog could get it.
Yeah. And it was decent.
That was over.
2,000 a month or whatever.
That was over by, I think, September. Oh, no, it was like October. That was over.
Was it?
Yeah. I think
don't
they
know.
gave it to you for 6 months. So March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, it was September.
But then they,
September,
yeah,
October anyway.
I think they extended it for a couple of months after the
Yeah.
initial 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't know.
There is some help available, but you have to apply.
Yeah. Wow.
Good hit.
How good of a shot was that?
A little bit more speed. He could have come off that rail and stuck behind the 4-ball, I think that is.
The silver lining for this shot is the fact that he hit it, didn't foul, and left the cue ball on the rail. Without the hit, it's ball in hand, and he can be off the rail. Probably not going to make a huge difference, but that was the only silver lining in that shot. Same result, yeah. Shh. Shh. Derek's shooting. Everybody be quiet.
Why are you bugging him? He's down there. Yeah, I like the pink.
Oh, James. Bad guy. Bad guy, James. Posting a picture of a spider. No good. No good. Oh, you know what? I have the technology, I think. I think if my memory is correct, Tommy, I think it was only like the first 6 months, pretty much anybody could get that 2K. And then it went to, if you had EI, employment insurance, you had to go through EI instead of getting the stimulus, I think.
Yeah, the CERB only ran for like 6 or 8 months.
Yeah, and then you had to transfer to EI.
And then it either, if you qualified, it rolled into EI.
Yeah,
But you had to qualify.
yeah,
So, which meant that in order to get what they called the CERB,
yeah,
the stimulus, pretty much anybody and their dog could have got it.
yeah.
Kids right out of high school were getting it. You didn't have to have a certain amount of hours or anything to get it.
Yeah,
Everybody
not
got
for
it.
the original.
But after it
CERB
ran out, and if you wanted it to roll into EI, you actually had to qualify for it. So you had to have a certain amount of hours worked
Yeah,
the previous year or that year. You had to be short your hours due to the pandemic.
yeah.
Like if you weren't getting full-time hours because of the pandemic, you had to prove that.
Well, and I think there's different programs in place. I hear radio ads for it all the time. That, you know, if you feel, if you're working, I think, and you have to kind of cut hours, or you can't work because of fear of the pandemic, or whatever your case is. I know that there's programs or something out there that you can apply for.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm split on the whole CERB thing because I used it and I appreciated it. My hours got cut drastically because of the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, for everybody out there, Steph runs the pool league here in Calgary for Southern Music.
But on the other hand, I was watching a lot of people that weren't getting normal paychecks
Yeah.
also receiving it. You know, we know somebody who had a kid graduate high school in the summer. Sorry, not in the summer. Well, June, July, or whatever.
Yep.
And he was getting $2,000 a month, which is ridiculous.
Well,
he didn't
yeah, but
work
you know what?
before that. So now you're giving an 18-year-old kid $2,000 a month. He's buying
Sure.
LED lights for his room and
Yeah.
and
You don't know that part,
Nikes
though. You don't know
and-
that. They may have applied that to household earnings. You don't know that.
No,
$300, they gave you $2,000 a month.
yeah, no, he did.
Oh.
Bought an Xbox. Like, I actually know this.
Oh. I don't know this.
Well, he's
I'm-
related to you.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
And others were like, you know, like in a lot of places you live with your parents or grandparents, got an aunt
Sure.
and uncle or a brother-in-law or whoever lives with you. So everybody's getting this $2,000. And during the pandemic, they're renovating their basement, they're getting new kitchens
Yeah.
because they have like $10,000 a month coming into the home.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. As a worker, I appreciated it. Standing back and looking at everybody getting it, I was like, I get it, but I don't think it works as a whole.
Well, and I think they were pretty quick to kind of jump on that and change it. And yeah,
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, how-
call pretty quick, I guess 6 months, but you know,
6,
I
8
would
months out of what sort
sure,
of a
but I mean, you got to
population-
give them the benefit of the doubt as far as the government is concerned, where they're, you know, this is going back early pandemic days. You don't know where things are, what's going to happen, right? Any of that stuff. So you kind of got your attention focused elsewhere, and I think you're just kind of blanketing, saying, "Here, take some money." Right.
Well, and I appreciate they don't have a whole lot of option. They didn't have enough workers to actually sit down and analyze everybody and say, yeah,
Sure.
you can get
Yeah,
it, you
yeah.
don't, and whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody's paying for that.
Well, not yet.
They will be.
Because we're not out of the woods by any stretch, and I hate to say it, but it's going to be our kids, and beyond that, it'll be the kids that end up paying for everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah. What's going on, Viet? How are you, my good man? Good to see you.
Try by Derek there.
Yeah, really good try. It has been a minute since I've seen you on, my good man. That was a really long conversation about Serb. Can you adjust the score? Maybe I can from here. No, I can't. Yeah, it has been a minute. We were kind of silent there for a long time actually, and decided that you know what, we've been quiet long enough, so we now do the CSL After Dark that you're tuned into. Won't get a lot of commentary or the play-by-play. Both Ben and Derek can really hear every word that we say. So doing play-by-play is kind of out of the equation for now, which is why we're talking about spiders and Serb and every other thing under the sun. But
Just gonna sit here on the sidelines and rib them.
yeah, right. Yeah. Although I will and am eventually going to work on getting us a commentary booth. 8-3? We missed one. Ben Francis on the hill.
Derek doesn't know what the score is either.
Nobody knows what the score is. That was during the barrage of games that Ben strung together.
Derek left him the out that last game.
I still think he's good here. Whoa, horsey. This table's sitting pretty decent.
Yeah, this looks good for Derek here.
Yeah, layout's good. Will be 2 years without a green cigarette with Ben in Vegas, says James Henderson.
Hopefully it's not 3.
God, please, if there is a God out there, do not let 3 happen. I'm still hoping that we can go down to Vegas for BCA. BCA September. They kind of postponed it, and I'm praying that we can go down for that. As much as I would have loved to have gone to VNEA, as I'm sure most Calgarians would have loved to have gone to VNEA, Ben being one, Derek being another. I'm sure Steph wanted to go. Just not in the cards. At least not as of yet. I mean, I guess you could hope for a miracle, but probably not going to happen. But I would be willing to bet, and Ben, maybe you can agree with me here, that even if they open things up the day before, we'd be on the next thing smoking out of here. But I think it would take a miracle to get done. Given
Not a
that we
lot of
just
time.
reverted back to stage 1.
Yeah, Not a lot of time left.
End of May, is it not?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to take some snapshots of what it's like down there in Vegas. Gonna miss being there.
We'll be looking to see all the pictures, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Going airtime. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great
I was just
shot.
thinking
Does
I
it
like-
hold up?
I like his chances there. That 6 ball was a hanger.
Going on, Lou? Still a little bit of a cluster there with that 8, 9, 10. Gonna have to get good on the 7 to get good on 8. Uh-oh.
Mayday, mayday.
What? What?
Ben's working the points.
Excuse me.
He's talking to himself about it. Reassuring himself.
It was reassuring.
Give, giving himself props for a shot well done.
Placed the safety out perfectly.
Did that skid?
No.
Ben skidded.
Oh, Ben skidded, not the ball.
Oh, get there, get there. Did not
Give
get
it
there.
some legs. Give it some legs.
Didn't get there.
These boys are both trying to trap each other. I see what's going on here.
Everything but the pocket.
Oh my goodness.
Derek's gonna take it. Try this again. Don't leak out.
He left the kick window, but that's it. The gun show.
Oh, that's why.
Good. Good, says Ben.
All right, we're within 3. Getting
We
closer.
are. All right, y'all. I'm going to throw up one of the posters here for the Q Sports Live International Pool League. Session 2 coming up in but a few weeks' time. Starts May 3rd. We got juniors, Division 4, 3, 2, 1, semi-pro, and pro all starting May 3rd. You can check that out, cslipl.com. With the juniors, 2 different divisions. We have 17 and under. We have 13 and under. Kids will always play for free, so if you do have a junior that is into the game, make sure you go sign them up. You can find out all that information, cslipl.com. Final week going on right now for session 1.
Session 2 starts in a couple weeks.
It's been a blast. 15 weeks just flew by.
Yeah, it did go by pretty fast.
And now we've lowered the entry fee, and we've also lowered the weeks. Instead of 15 weeks, it's now 10.
That trick never works. Straight in the
Patrick, we got rid of the entire rack pattern. So for 9 ball, the only pattern that we have is 1 on the top, 9 in the middle, 9 in the middle, 2 on the bottom. And for 8 ball, 8 in the middle, and then a solid and a stripe on either corner. But we got rid of the whole need to rack all of them in a certain pattern. So those updated rules have not been updated on the website. I'll actually share the updated rules on the Q Sports Live International Pool League Facebook page. I'll also share them to the Q Sports Live page as well. I'll get that done tonight. So, wow.
Ooh.
As soon as this session is done, I'll get those posted.
Uh-oh.
And we do have 8 ball. 8 ball for session 2 as well. 8 ball, 9 ball. So 8 and 9 ball is the games played for
2, 3, 4.
4, 2, 3, 4.
And juniors.
Juniors play only 9 ball. Division 1, semi-pro, and pro all play 10 ball. And of course, that is playing the Ghost, at least for the time being. The Ghost League will always be here. It's something that we're not just doing the CSL IPL as a pastime to cure the pandemic boredom. We started the CSL IPL with full intentions of go forward, operating the same as every other league out there. You'll have live play, you'll have teams, and so on and so forth that you can play at your local pool halls. But with the state being or the state of the world being how it is, right now Ghost Pool is the way to go, and I think it is still applicable even post pandemic, simply due to the reach. We can reach areas that don't have league play and so on and so forth. So with that being said, Ben Francis takes the last set, 9-5, and that, as they say, is a wrap.
Well, you're starting to break better, so you never know, right?
So if you do want any information on that, you can send us a message to either of those pages, the Q Sports Live International Pool League or Q Sports Live. Or if you have us as friends on Facebook, send us a message there. On behalf of myself, Steph Toy, Ben Francis, Derek Moore, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will be back live Saturday. Apparently, I'm taking on Kevin Plowman on Saturday. We appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go on to the Facebook page, hit that like button for both Q Sports Live and the CSL IPL pages. We appreciate you tuning in, everybody. That is a wrap for us on CSL After Dark. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you on the flip side, everybody.